Hi. As speakers, as presenters or teachers, I wonder if we really realise just how influential we are. We might speak to an audience and we might persuade some of them to accept our ideas or our messages and consider that's the end of it. But is it really? If we influence just one person and they influence two, and those two influence a few more and so forth down the line, our original message, our original idea is being passed on. When I look at some of these various platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook, I think to myself, there's a lot of social change going on. A lot of good stuff is being placed on the internet. Sure, there's rubbish too, there's frivolity, but it's a social network. But I'm of the opinion that a lot of people, particularly people like myself, who enjoy teaching others and use the platforms that are on the internet to do so, are making a huge difference in the world today. It is changing, and changing for the good, very, very rapidly. I think the world is becoming, as far as we human beings are concerned, a more spiritual place. And I mean that, I'm not talking about religion here. I'm not talking about the various sects and so forth. I'm talking about people realising what they are. Spiritual beings enjoying an earthly existence or experiencing an earthly existence. This is becoming more and more apparent, at least on the social networks that I'm following. There seems to be a worldwide trend now for people to start to understand and ask themselves the big question. What am I? Why am I here? Etc. All good stuff. And I think as time goes on, people become more aware of their own power to lead themselves to self-understanding. There'll be less of this flag waving and people, young people being influenced to go off and, say, fight in a war against people who have never particularly hurt them in any way, because the governments or the leaders of the country tell them to do so. As people become more autonomous, more of the realisation that they are responsible for their own lives, their decisions or our decisions are what count. Not taking upon ourselves the beliefs of others and following them blindly, but realising that we have to take responsibility for our own lives and our own actions. We have to be, as they say, responsible. We are responsible for everything that happens in our lives by the way we look at our lives, the way we interpret our lives. If we interpret our lives as being happy and we make a decision to do so, then we will be happy. And if we don't, if we accept the belief that we're living in a wicked world where nobody can be trusted, etc., that's what we will take upon ourselves. That's the way we'll think about the world. But as I said, the internet is now getting to the stage where lots and lots of good messages are being put out there. Messages of what we are. Each person is grand beyond their own recognition. That's becoming more and more apparent to more and more people. And the world is, I think, becoming a better place.